Hey everyone, I'm Monge from OER Africa based in Johannesburg, South Africa, and I'm honored to be part of this crucial dialogue on advancing open education in the Arab region and to explore with you all today how these guidelines on the implementation of the OER recommendation can help promote and implement OER focusing on the region. Let me briefly share just some perspective from OER Africa. So our work in Africa mirrors many of the aspirations as we see in the Arab world. While our contexts differ, we share common goals in open knowledge and improving education through open resources. As we explore these guidelines today, consider how our experiences in developing collaborative networks and tailored OER solution might inspire your innovative approaches. OER Africa and UNESCO have a partnership, and this partnership aims to support the OER initiatives in Africa achieve the SDG goals and the African Union Agenda for 2063. And this collaboration between UNESCO and OER Africa demonstrates the power of global partnerships in advancing OER. In the region, you have similar opportunities for collaboration, both within the region and with other worldwide partners to support OER initiative and promote the OER recommendation. So today's presentation focuses on the implementation guidelines, and these guidelines provides a comprehensive approach to implementing OER. These were published in 2024 with the support from OER Africa. And these guidelines offer potential actions for governments and institutions to consider implementing across the 5 key areas. These action areas, were adapted from OER Action Matrix, developed with input from members of the Network of Open Organization, a process led by OER Africa. The implementation guidelines focuses on building the capacity of stakeholders, developing supportive policy, effective, inclusive, and equitable access to quality OER, nurturing the creation of sustainable model for OER and monitoring progress. And the last area focuses on promoting and reinforcing international cooperation. Let's have a look at how these guidelines are structured. So we will use Action Area 1, which is building the capacity of stakeholders, as an example to explore the structure of the guidelines. Each guideline begins with an introduction with an aim of outlining the aims and objectives, followed by a detailed description of the 5 areas. For each area, there's specific implementation strategies for both governments and institutions. So these are quite tailored, so to ensure that at the level that you are implementing the guidelines, and those will mirror the work that happens at a government level. Then the guidelines end with key concepts and examples of good practice, and also there are links that are provided that will give you more information for the areas that you are interested in. Let's take a closer look at the focus of each guideline to support OER implementation. Building capacity, Action Area focuses on empowering stakeholders to effectively engage with OER. The key objectives in this area include developing OER in teacher training and promoting digital literacy. The key actions that you could look at is providing training, establishing recognition systems so that this work on promoting and using OER is not seen as an add-on, but is properly integrated into daily activities. Action Area 2 looks at developing supportive policies for OER, and this is essential in the Arab region. This area aims to create an enabling environment for OER through policy measures. Objectives include establishing OER units and developing supportive policies. Action Area 3 We address here the barriers of access and promotes equitable distribution of OER, developing quality OER and innovative access solution. Key actions in this area include creating digital libraries, implementing accessibility standards, and providing offline solutions. And the fourth area, which focuses on ensuring long-term viability of OER initiatives. The objectives in this area include developing sustainable models, effective monitoring processes, including creating funding strategies for OER, sharing success stories, and impact assessment tools. The last area, promoting and reinforcing international cooperation, is vital in the diverse region. This area emphasizes global partnerships in advancing OER. This regional consultation itself exemplifies such cooperation. The presentations from various countries in the Arab region will showcase how collaboration can drive OER advancement and address shared challenges. Now, how can you use these guidelines? So some of the key activities that you can work on to effectively use the guidelines in the Arab region: start by reviewing your current OER practices and policies. Identify and engage key stakeholders, including your policymakers, educators, and students. Develop action plans that align with your local context, whether that's at a national strategy or at an institutional policy level. Allocate sufficient resources. Implement your plans and continuously monitor to evaluate progress. This systematic approach ensures that OER initiatives are well-grounded and sustainable in your diverse educational landscape. What are the key takeaways from the guidelines? As indicated, reviewing policies, action areas, addressing your infrastructure and technological gaps, and ensure availability of local relevant content. In the Arab region, you face unique challenges in OER implementation, including linguistic diversity and varying levels of technological infrastructure. However, you also have significant opportunities such as your rich cultural heritage that can transform OER, that can transform and inform OER content, and a growing emphasis on digital transformation in many countries. The presentation today will touch on how different nations are addressing these challenges and leveraging opportunities. As we conclude, I encourage you to take concrete steps towards implementing OER in your countries and institutions. Review and adapt your policies, develop your action plans, address any gaps in terms of infrastructure and access, and ensure the creation of high-quality, culturally relevant OER. Collaborate with partners across the Arab region and engage actively in ongoing OER initiatives. Your inputs today will help shape the discussion at the upcoming World OER Congress, ensuring that the Arab perspective is well represented. Thank you very much for your time, and I'm open to taking your questions.